What is going on, FA Nation? John Pemba here with James Grande. Welcome into your Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook Preview Show. We're looking at the 7 games. Early slate on Thursday. They have just 2 late games here. So some day baseball on Thursday. 7 games up at the top. Rotation-wise, couple of good matchups, couple of good starters, but we got a pretty high-end turn through on the Wednesday slate. So, we're in the middle of it here on Thursday.
Yeah, definitely not as good as it's been. Although American League Cy Young frontrunner Luis Gil is on the slate.
It's true. Going up against Baltimore though, so
Is going up against Baltimore Yankee Stadium. Yeah, it's a interesting slate because we're just never going to shake Coors, and the Dodgers are just going to play in Coors. I think the rest of the year. We have another. No, it's a hopefully. It's the last game there. Definitely not as elite pitching. Even some like spots we'd attack, maybe with some like arms that maybe used as value, not in the best spots overall. So it's gonna be an interesting thing to navigate.
We also have 3 games with rain symbols on their forecast here. Now, these are day baseball games, so they have a little bit of a longer leash for delays. I believe earlier this year we had a 1 p.m. game delayed to like 6.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and it was like a White Sox game or something like that. So that slate like never ended. So there is certainly that possibility here. So we'll make sure I'm on the playbook. I'll have all the updated weather for you all when that gets published early Thursday morning. Let's get into it here though. Luis Gil, like you mentioned, your top price guy at 10-8 at home against Baltimore.
yeah.
Seth Lugo against Oakland 95. Luis Castillo on the road against Cleveland 92. Your top 3 priced starting pitchers here. Are you being tempted by the price in the matchup for Luis Gil? It feels a bit too much for me given who they're playing.
So I definitely think. Okay, so I think a couple things. Obviously, we saw on and barring whatever the outcome of the game we're recording during the game, Aaron Judge not being there is a big difference, right? It's just not it's not as deep of a lineup. They have 1 run through 6 innings, and that was against Povich, who has made 2 starts in his career, right?
Yeah.
The run support is not as high frequency. I will say he has beat the Orioles once this year. He has beat basically everyone he's faced this year. He's looked good against the Dodgers. He's looked good against Houston. He's looked good against Baltimore, as mentioned.
Yep.
He looked good against Arizona. Like, it really has not mattered. He has not had Milwaukee was his literal lone start that he allowed more than 3 earned runs in. I'm not saying Baltimore is a bad offense. I'm just saying Luis Gil is pitching better than they're hitting, which is crazy to say because Baltimore's top 3 in basically every offensive category against right-handed pitching, including first in ISO and all that good stuff. So and then you factor in the rest of the slate. There isn't a lot of stuff we'd want to get to.
Right.
So I would say for just like possibly like sheer upside, I'd have interest in Luis Gil despite the price. And then figure it out with my SP2 there. But also, are you playing Coors, right? Are you gonna, because if it's Ty Block pitching, and Ty Block's probably not going to be pitching for much longer. If he's gonna try to live out the rest of his career in Colorado. So I guess it's a give and take. Do you want Coors or do you want Luis Gil?
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, Lugo will be pretty chalky, I think, given his matchup against Oakland here. Had a little bit of a rough pass against Cleveland and New York, bounced back against the Dodgers, pitched relatively well there and a win. Castillo against Cleveland, not really where I'm looking to go. Castillo's been far better at home than the road. Cleveland hanging a big number on Brian Wu on Wednesday here. So I don't think I want to spend the 92 there. I think for me, I get the upside and the appeal. 10-8 just feels like a lot. I might go Lugo in this range, and then Simeon Woods Richardson, Logan Allen, maybe like down here. I mean, again, it is not a great pitching slate. Mackenzie Gore goes up against Arizona. They're a top 3 offense against left-handed pitching. Irvin against the Yankees. No Joe
Well,
Spade.
yeah, yeah.
That is it, but still not like great though.
Yeah, it's not great.
And you don't know if Judge is going to play or not. Like he was close to playing today.
Yeah, day to day. I agree. I'm not saying I think that's Judge dependent. I mean, Lugo's gonna, like you said, he's gonna be the most popular pitcher of the slate for sure. Castillo has a very, very tough spot. Struggles against lefties. Just watch Josh Naylor homer twice on Wednesday's slate. Mackenzie Gore, really tough spot. Mackenzie Gore's been pretty great though. Shout out to Mackenzie Gore. This is the guy that they wanted to get in that. This is the guy that they hope to get in the Soto deal. And outside of the Mets start, he's been great. I do think Irvin would be interesting if there's no Judge. Like Gavin Stone would be someone I would definitely. But we saw it, and maybe it's not fair to Stone to like compare him to Buehler, but there was a little bit of appeal to Buehler the other night, and then we saw what happened. Yeah. But now Walker Buehler then got placed on the IL immediately after, so that's possibly something. Maybe Gavin Stone, just given how bad Colorado is and how bad the pitching's been.
Yeah.
But Arrighetti, I 7 runs against Detroit, not great. Was decent the starts prior. There's a ceiling there. He had a 30 fantasy point game against Seattle, so maybe some Spencer Arrighetti as well.
Yeah. Obviously he had a good run of starts there for Arrighetti, and then not even when everybody was finally like comfortable playing him, he goes and gets absolutely handed to. But yeah, listen, I agree with you. There's going to have to be some decisions made here. We talked obviously seeing with Richardson last time out against Oakland. Didn't have the control he had over the starts prior and didn't last too long in that game. But Tampa Bay is still a team that really struggles against right-handed pitching. So, maybe you take a look. And then just from pure strikeout upside potential, I know Logan Allen isn't a big strikeout guy, but Seattle still strikes out a ton. And he shut them out at their second start of the year, had 6 Ks there. So, guys, I would throw darts on for a smaller slate. Catcher, what are you looking to do here?
I mean, definitely get to Will Smith if you have the funds at 58. Day off on Wednesday, faces tie block. For sure, Will Smith. Salvi, if you want to spend up, that's it in terms of spend ups. Then in the mid tier, Garver against Allen. He hits lefties well. Gabriel Moreno was good against lefties last year. He has not been good this year. Jose Trevino should start again with the lefty on the mound. He's been one of the best hitters for the Yankees when it comes to hitting left-handed pitching. That would be a direction I'd go. Maybe punt with Rortvert at 2,600 against Woods Richardson, just given how up and down Woods Richardson has been. But there's nothing else that I would.
Sure. First base, Ohtani 7K. Ohtani, just as we were recording, bases loaded, bases clearing double. So
not bad.
His continued like 20+ fantasy point stretch for Coors Field seems like that's going to extend to all 3 games, and we'll see what happens here for the Thursday slate. Freeman's there as well, 63. Christian Walker versus the lefty, 51. You mentioned Naylor. We know Castillo goes through spells of giving up home runs. Naylor certainly with plenty of power. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, hard to not play the top 2. Hard not to look at Christian Walker. Really tough spot, but they hit lefties well. Naylor double donged on Wednesday, so that could be very appealing. $4,800. Toglia homered on Wednesday as well. He's a switch hitter. We can play Toglia. Pasquantino getting a little price reduction here, down to 4,400. I think that could be a little bit of an appeal. Sure. Isaac Paredes had been struggling. Multiple hits on Wednesday, including a home run.
Yeah, has a lot of power upside.
A lot of power. And Woods Richardson is, we're just looking at him only because how shallow the position is.
Right.
It's not
what else we got here?
Right. It's not we're not exactly enamored with playing him. So some Paredes wouldn't be terrible. And then Ty France off the IL. Yeah, Carlson. Yeah. Not the musician, the first baseman. He's been really good. I know, not to be confused with the and then Miranda France for some like mid-tier value.
Vaughn versus
Vaughn,
Argetti.
yep, Vaughn for sure.
So it's probably it for me down here. Second base, Ketel Marte versus the lefty again with Gore. Mackenzie Gore's been very good lately, but it's just
He has been excellent.
This matchup is certainly going to be a tough one. Houston versus Flexen feels like a pretty big matchup for us to look to take advantage of. What else are you looking at here?
What else am I looking at? Willie Castro continues to be really good. He's going to continue to lead off for Minnesota. I think that they just have decided to use him as the leadoff guy. So Castro, you give Dylan Moore a shout. Dylan Moore has like crazy upside because he has power and speed. Had 30 fantasy points the other day, hits lefties well. Caballero, Brandon Lau, I think both of them are fine. Brandon Lau coming around with the power, had back-to-back home runs going into Wednesday's slate. We should see Blaze Alexander in the lineup with a lefty on the mound. But that's really it.
Yeah, I like Rojas here. With the lefty, he should definitely be in the lineup. Yeah, everything else is sort of just dark throws as we work our way down there. Third base, Jose Ramirez, as we know, can be elite. Castillo, again, not a matchup I'm shying away from. Same thing with Lewis. Again, smaller slate. So, is this a position you think that you look to spend up for? You knowing that the Dodgers are doing what they're doing in course of the series?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely possible. We talked about Royce Lewis hitting home runs on every day of the week. Well, he did it again on the Wednesday slate because that's what Royce Lewis does. So Little got lit up his last time out, and he has just not been very good. So if you want to spend up, that would be my preferred option. But like you could play Paredes here, you could play Bregman here, Dylan Moore. You have Biggio won't be in the lineup. Kike at 32, I think, will be pretty popular just because he's going to be in the lineup. He's going to get a lefty. He's another like I feel like we've talked about like legacy players when it comes to like hitting against specific splits lately, and Kike fits that mold where he's been pretty good against left-handers his whole career. 3,200 in cores in this Dodgers lineup. He's going to definitely warrant some attention.
Yeah, the Ohtani bases loaded double there had Enrique Hernandez walked, Kevin Biggio got hit by a pitch, and Gavin Lux singled. So literally the bottom of the lineup now with Ohtani leading off. It's not exactly a murderer's row down there, but they were able to get it done on Wednesday. So maybe we can get those guys to get on base in front of him on Thursday to maximize his value. And Hernandez is certainly part of that grouping. Shortstop, you got Witt versus Spence, 65. Gunnar versus Gill at 64. Still have Tovar. Correa's been good. Volpe, another position where, I think you find what fits your stack build for the day.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's been better than Correa, if that's like specifically. And righties are hitting over 300 against Zach Little this year. So just to fit our Twins narrative, we're all the way back on the Twins. Correa, Lewis.
We were never off the Twins.
Never off the Twins. Things are just so much better when Royce Lewis is this good and Carlos Correa is this good. It just makes them so much more fun to play. Correa 46, probably my preferred target of all the 4K plus shortstops personally.
Sure. Value wise, I think Jose Caballero again with the stolen base potential. Can mention him at second base as well. We talked Rojas there. Paul DeJong, obviously with the home run upside at 33 against Arrighetti. What else? Anything I'm missing down here?
I don't think so. Nasim Nunez will start if there's no CJ Abrams again. Abrams was scratched, but he's like 0 for 13 to start his career. So not exactly all too encouraging. I don't think there's anything else.
All right, outfield. Again, Ohtani 7K. Judge and Soto. We'll see who's in or out of the lineup there. Teoscar versus the lefty at 59. Quan homered today. Leads the league in base. Leads the league in batting average. I mean, Cleveland, it might be the alt stack here if you're not playing Dodgers on this slate.
Is this the most surprising thing of the year that Cleveland literally couldn't hit? Dude, they needed to make massive upgrades to their offense last year, and they added Josh Bell, and then he didn't hit, and then like nobody hit, and now they're this good. I think this is Cleveland has to be the most surprising team in baseball right now.
I would think so. I mean, listen, we saw what Josh Naylor did last year. Obviously, that carried over from the half a season he played the year before that. So, like, all right, this guy was once a touted prospect. Took him a little bit to find his footing, and now he's performing in Cleveland. Right. Jose Ramirez, obviously an elite play, but like they didn't have anything else, right? They were like consistently throwing like Will Brennan out there, and things like that, and Kwan was just like a slap hitter. Now Kwan's leading the league in average, and he's one of the better leadoff guys in all of baseball, if not the best leadoff guy in all of baseball. Jimenez last year struggled a lot for periods of time.
He's Miles Straw playing every day.
Straw, right. And now you have the team they have today with the way that they're all performing.
Right.
It's pretty crazy. And again, Castillo on the road, his home road splits have not really been great. 3.7, almost a full run higher. And I get you're like, oh, 3.7 is not terrible. No, it's not. But the man gives up a lot of home runs. He's given him 11 already on the year. Definitely more control issues in the ERA there. So, I'm fine if you want to play some Cleveland here to be a bit different. We said all that, didn't even talk about the season Fry was having. So, I think White Sox against Arrighetti also, possibly in play. Luis Robert, $4,800 down here. Washington, we haven't mentioned many of them, but Ryan Nelson's terrible. So you want to go Lane Thomas here, 46, you certainly can.
Yeah. Ryan Nelson will probably not have many starts like he had the last time out, where he was like the best pitcher in his best start ever. I'd definitely be a little interested to target him. I don't know who with. Like, righties have really hurt him. It'd just probably be Lane Thomas, and then like I know that's who we were alluding to, but it would probably just be like Lane Thomas, and that's like really it.
Yeah. You've been in on Doyle a lot. He's 46.
Doyle rules.
Let's see what else.
Page's 44 with the lefty. He is mashing lefties.
Yeah. Lourdes has really good splits versus lefties this year. 42.
Kepler.
Minnesota
Kepler's
guys.
Buxton's been. Hey, we've been talking about Buxton a little bit more. He's running too.
Yeah.
It's not just like the running is suddenly back. Like I don't know when Byron Buxton decided he was going to start stealing bases. I guess he realized when he wasn't hitting home runs, he's like, oh, I got to do something.
Yeah, you got Winker and Rosario there, Larnach. Randy Rosarena is starting to hit. Has a double tonight, had homers in 2 of the last 3.
And a stolen base.
And again, this is another guy that like isn't a $3,800 hitter. Now he's been that this season, but when we assume if he starts to turn it around, like he is a $4,800 hitter. So if you think what we're seeing now over the last couple of games is the beginning of a strong stretch for Randy Rosarena, like definitely put him in your lineup now with the power speed combo that he has.
Agreed.
Let's see what else we like down here. Jacob Young, I guess, in 36.
Yeah, stolen base appeal. Gavin Sheets, if he hits second again, he hit second on Wednesday. Miguel Vargas, he's been really, really solid for the Dodgers. He's gonna play against a lefty. Melendez has been good. Who did I see was
Grichuk will be starting there 31.
The Astros started Cooper Hummel.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Who I think he has like a double and an RBI, if I'm not mistaken, tonight. Let's look what Cooper Hummel. No, I lied. He has nothing. He hasn't done a single thing.
Over 2 with a K.
0 for 2 hasn't done anything. So
Chas McCormick had the double.
Okay. Well, if you combine them, then maybe they both have a double. So
sure.
I wasn't wrong.
Benintendi homer tonight.
He did. I will bet you How
You
much
want
money?
again?
How much money you want to bet on him not doing it again?
Yeah, no. All right, let's get a lineup out here. I think you like Lugo, and then what's our next play here? You make the call. We'll build off whatever SP2 you decide.
Probably Logan Allen.
All right.
Probably the cheapest that we can comfortably fit Otani, Pages. We get Vargas 33. Oh, this is gonna be so fun once again. Look at oh my god, Will Smith. I mean Vargas is free, Kike's free.
Yeah. Vargas 33. Kike probably has to play. Okay,
32.
Let's see, 3,500 a play here.
Well, if we don't go Smith, but we can go Pages if we wanted to have a.
Or De Jong 33. Where's Vaughn? Vaughn was
around that price as well.
36. All right, outfield. Sheets was 33.
Melendez 30. Yeah, Melendez 33 as well.
Where's Mendez? Am I
33?
There you go. Yeah, and Spence. And $3,800 second baseman.
Brandon Lau.
Yeah, I would say him or Blaze Alexander. This is like a one-off.
Yeah, Alexander. I would say I kind of like the matchup a little better for Lau.
Okay, that's fine by me. So we got. Let's see. Do we have a $3,400 outfielder that made any sense with that? I guess Sheets just to connect the White Sox stack.
Yeah.
So we'll go Lugo, Allen, Smith, Vaughn, Lowe, Hernandez, De Jong, Otani, Vargas, and Sheets.
No one plays more White Sox.
Giving us our Dodgers White Sox stack with a one-off Brandon Lau. First time I played Will Smith all season. Seth Lugo, Logan Allen is our example lineup for the hitters. Again, early playbook for everybody. We'll get you that out before, obviously, roster lock, probably around 10 a.m. Eastern time. That will be out, so check that. Get us in the Discord. Follow us on Twitter if you have any questions, and we'll catch you later.